My name is Rickerby Hinds. I am a playwright and professor at UC Riverside in the Department of Theater, Film, and Digital Production. In looking at the piece we're working on now with Amplified Fidelity, we just did an excerpt of it in the Black Box Theater space on campus, as well as the larger university theater. And both of those are traditional proscenium type spaces. And so when we do it here on April the 2nd, even though we're still kind of holding true to a traditional proscenium kind of audience space, it's pushed me to play around with exactly what the set looks like. So we're going to mess around more with the set. You know, being in this space where you have this upstairs where you can look downstairs onto a performance has, like, from the first time I came in here, I thought I have to do something that uses that vantage point, you know, to the fullest. The idea of creating theatrical performances that highlight the space that we're in, to me, is extremely exciting. You know, people talk about site-specific work. I think it would fall into that genre. But, you know, looking at what this space, especially the atrium, the kind of feeling that it creates when you enter the space and you see the columns and you see the upstairs and you go, man, you know, theatrically for me, it's this additional character in a way that doesn't occur when you're in a black box theater space necessarily, or in a traditional theater. When you're dealing with a university campus, it can be kind of prohibitive. It can be kind of, you know, isolated. But this space, you know, there's a Main Street walk. There are ways for people to just drop into something. And so what's really exciting about that is that we can do a piece, let's say if it's beatboxing or if it's breakdancing or if it's something where we may have breakdancers outside of the Culver Center, and we may draw in audiences that wouldn't normally come into the space for a performance. And then the other thing that we look to do that I look to do with my work is to engage different folks in the performances themselves. So bringing in crump dancers, bringing in beatboxers, bringing in MCs, bringing in DJs into the space, into a performance. So they're not just like, you know, the intermission, but they're actually the show itself, you know, has the power of reaching out, because then they reach out to, you know, their community. Like, yo, I'm doing a show, you know, it's beatboxing. So then you have a bunch of beatboxers or crump dancers showing up. So then what it does is I think it enlivens the space in a very unique way, in that we have displays up through the Sweeney and the other spaces. In here, you have this nice juxtaposition sometimes of, like, you know, a more traditional or a more avant-garde, or something that is, you know, when you come into a gallery space, you're like, oh yes, I know what this is. Yeah. And then we may have a performance going on against that backdrop that's using these hip-hop popular culture elements. So it becomes, you know, a place where that audience may come to see the show, but they may go hang out and check out the displays going on in the Sweeney or in the atrium. And so that, to me, is what's exciting. It's like there's this convergence of art that this space, I think, uniquely has the ability to do, because of the location, because of its connection to the university, and because of the type of work that I think it has the potential to host and to create as well.